Welcome back to Talk Better English. Today's lesson is very important if you want to speak English naturally and confidently.
So far, you've learned how to answer questions, continue conversations, and express your feelings. Today, we're going to talk about something that many learners avoid.
Agreeing and disagreeing.
Yes, many learners feel comfortable saying yes in English, but when they want to say no or share a different opinion, they become quiet.
You might think, if I disagree, will I sound rude? Will people feel bad? Is it okay to say I don't agree?
These thoughts are very normal, but here's the truth. Disagreeing does not mean fighting. It does not mean being rude. It simply means sharing your honest opinion politely.
In real conversations, people agree sometimes and disagree sometimes. That's how conversations feel real and balanced.
Today, we'll show you how to agree and disagree in English in a calm, respectful way. No strong words, no arguments, just simple, polite sentences.
By the end of this lesson, you'll feel comfortable saying, I agree, or I see your point, but I think differently.
So relax. You're in a safe space here. Let's begin day 7 together and make your English more confident and natural.
Before we practice agreeing and disagreeing, let's talk about why disagreeing feels scary for so many learners.
When you disagree, it can feel like you're creating conflict, especially if your culture teaches respect through silence. So your mind says, it's safer to agree, even if I think differently.
Your brain is doing its job. It wants to avoid tension. There's a part of your brain that reacts quickly to possible conflict and tries to protect you by staying quiet.
That's why many learners freeze, not because they don't have an opinion, but because they don't want to sound rude or hurt someone's feelings.
But here's something important. In English, disagreement is often soft. It's not direct. It's not aggressive. People use gentle language to show respect.
When you add soft words like maybe, I think, or I see your point, your brain feels safer. The fear goes down.
And there's a simple science behind this. Soft language lowers emotional intensity. That keeps conversations calm and cooperative.
So disagreeing politely is not a problem. It's actually a skill that shows confidence and respect.
Today, we'll practice that skill together, slowly, gently, in a way that feels safe for you.
Because your opinion matters, and you deserve to express it comfortably in English.
Now, let's start with agreeing in a calm and polite way. Agreeing is a great place to begin because it builds connection and trust.
The simplest way to agree is to say, I agree. It's short, clear, and respectful.
You can also make it a little warmer by saying, yes, I agree. This sounds friendly and natural.
Another very common sentence is, I think so too. For example, this lesson is helpful. I think so too.
If you want to show understanding, you can say, that makes sense. This tells the other person, I understand your point.
Here's another gentle agreement. I feel the same. It's perfect when someone shares an opinion or feeling.
For example, someone says, I feel tired today. You reply, I feel the same. Simple, honest, and human.
Let's hear how this sounds in a small flow.
I like working in the morning. You can say, I agree, or yes, I think so too.
Another example. I think this place is quiet. You reply, that makes sense.
Notice how agreeing doesn't need long sentences. You're not explaining, you're just showing connection.
And that connection makes conversations feel comfortable and easy.
Practice these small agreement lines today. They'll help you sound confident without effort.
Now, let's learn how to disagree politely. Remember, disagreeing doesn't mean arguing. It simply means you think a little differently.
The most gentle way to disagree is to start with understanding. For example, you can say, I see your point. This shows respect before you share your opinion.
Then you add a soft difference. You can say, I see your point, but I think differently. This sentence is calm and safe.
Another polite option is, I'm not sure about that. It doesn't sound rude, it sounds thoughtful.
You can also say, maybe, but I feel. For example, maybe, but I feel this way works better.
Notice how these sentences are soft. They don't attack the other person's idea, they simply share your own view.
Let's hear a small example. Someone says, I think working late is good. You can reply, I see your point, but I feel it's tiring.
Or if someone says, I like very busy places, you can say, I'm not sure about that. I prefer quiet places.
That's polite disagreement, clear, calm, and respectful.
When you disagree this way, people listen more, and conversations stay friendly.
So remember, you're allowed to disagree. Just do it gently.
Now, let's talk about why polite disagreement actually makes you more confident, not less.
Many learners believe that agreeing all the time keeps conversations safe. But inside, that creates tension because you're hiding what you really think.
When you share your opinion politely, something changes. You feel honest, and honesty builds confidence.
From a mindset point of view, polite disagreement shows emotional intelligence. You're not trying to win, you're trying to communicate.
And there's science behind this too. When you use respectful language, the other person's brain stays calm. That means the conversation stays open.
At the same time, your own brain feels strong. You're no longer afraid of being yourself. That reduces anxiety and improves fluency.
Notice something important. We never disagreed strongly today. We used soft words. That's why everything felt safe.
Confidence in English doesn't come from loud opinions. It comes from calm clarity.
So every time you say, I see your point, but, or I'm not sure about that, you're training yourself to speak with balance.
And balanced speakers are confident speakers.
Remember, your opinion matters, and you can share it without fear.
Now, let's practice everything together in one real conversation. Imagine we're just talking about daily life.
Hey, Jack, I think mornings are the best time to work. I feel more focused early in the day.
I see your point. Mornings can be very productive, but I think I work better in the evening.
That makes sense. Evenings can feel quieter. What do you like about working at night?
I feel less rushed. It's calmer for me. How about you? Do you always wake up early?
Usually, yes. I like starting my day early, but sometimes I feel tired if I don't sleep well.
I agree. Sleep is important. I'm not sure about working late every day, though.
I understand. Everyone has a different rhythm. That's completely okay.
Exactly. And that's what makes conversations interesting. Different opinions shared politely.
Yes, we don't need to think the same way. We just need to listen and respond with respect.
And when we do that, English feels natural, not stressful.
This is the kind of conversation you can have every day, at work, with friends, or even online.
Simple words, soft opinions, calm agreement and disagreement.
And you can do this too, one sentence at a time.
Before we move toward the end, let's add a few small words that make agreeing and disagreeing sound more natural.
One very useful word is exactly. You can use it when you strongly agree, but politely. For example, exactly, that's what I think too.
Another helpful word is actually. This word is great when you want to share a slightly different opinion. For example, I understand your point. Actually, I feel differently.
You can also use maybe. This is a soft word that reduces tension. For example, maybe, but I think we should try another way.
A very important phrase is I understand. Even when you disagree, this shows respect. For example, I understand, but I don't fully agree.
And here's a very natural phrase, in my opinion. For example, in my opinion, this works better. It sounds calm and confident.
These words help your English feel balanced, not too strong, not too weak.
Try adding just one of these words when you speak today. You'll notice conversations feel smoother and more respectful.
Let's finish today with a small story. This will help you understand how polite disagreement works in real life.
A few days ago, I was talking with a colleague about weekend plans. He said he likes very busy places, crowded markets, loud music, lots of people.
That can feel overwhelming for some people.
Exactly. At first, I wanted to stay quiet, but then I remembered it's okay to disagree politely.
So what did you say?
I said, I understand why you like busy places, but in my opinion, quiet places help me relax.
That sounds very calm and respectful.
Yes, he didn't feel offended at all. In fact, he smiled and said, that makes sense. Everyone is different.
And the conversation continued naturally.
Yes, we talked about different ways to relax. No tension, no awkwardness.
This is an important lesson. Disagreement doesn't stop conversations. It can actually make them deeper.
When you disagree politely, people feel respected, and you feel confident for speaking honestly.
So remember, you don't need to hide your opinion. You just need to express it gently.
That's how real communication works, not by agreeing all the time, but by understanding each other. Today, you learned something very powerful. You learned that your opinion matters.
You don't need to agree with everyone, and you don't need to argue to disagree. You just need calm, respectful words.
When you say, I agree, or I see your point, but you're communicating like a confident speaker.
Real conversations are not about being right. They're about understanding and connection.
Every time you agree politely or disagree gently, you build trust with others and with yourself.
So today, try one small thing. Use one polite agreement or one gentle disagreement.
It could be with a friend, a colleague, or even in your own thoughts.
Before you go, tell us in the comments, which sentence will you try today?
And if this lesson helped you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join us again for Day 8.
Keep speaking honestly. Keep listening with respect.
And we'll see you in the next lesson.